eat the meat of that garfish. You can garfish balls out of them. When you ground the meat up, you can breadcrumbs, seasoning. You gotta have a little onion, a little bell pepper. You mix it all together. You roll it into a ball. You pat it down. Get your little patty out of it, and you deep fry it. Some people live to hunt. Some people hunt to live. The waterways out here are privately owned.
Mama.
If you can prove that man-made canals people private. If they're naturally made, then they're free to the public. The logging companies that logged the virgin cypress were the first that they figured out in the late 1800s. By the 1940s, they came out here to drill for gas and oil. We don't own the waterways, we have a lease on the waterways. The depth of the waterways back here, I guess, is running about 6.5 foot, but you can't walk across it. Under the water is humus. Dead vegetation that's died and fallen to the bottom. This humus produces methane gas, the key ingredient in natural gas. It also produces tannic acid, which stains the water. The water's not dirty, it's stained. To give you an idea what I'm talking about, it's peat is tannic acid. That's because the peat is stained. So you go swimming out here, you don't want to wear no water.
Одного крокодила мы увидели, да,
So it's stained too easy. Back when my boys were growing up, I used to bring them swimming out here. They have to hibernate during the winter. First thing they're going to do in their hibernation is they quit eating. They live off the fat and tail. And when the temperatures drop down to the low 40s, alligators bury themselves into the humus, under the water. And they can stay on it for 2 to 3 weeks without coming up for a breath of air. Slow their heart rates down to 1 to 4 beats a minute. Very small brain, needs very little oxygen. The weather warms up and they'll come up and at least get them a breath of fresh air. And if it's really nice, they climb up on a bank to sunbathe. We say hibernation can possibly start in October and last all the way to April, depending on the weather. I've seen late November when they start that hibernation. And by the middle of February, they're out of it. A lot of people think we tropical, we subtropical, we do freeze. In '89, we had 6 inches of snow that lasted for 3 days. The ice back here lasted for over a week. So we do get a cold spell every now and then. Yep.
How old is the alligator?
My son is 5 foot tall. How old is my son? I can tell you how long he is, but I can't tell you how old he is. Probably about a 6.5 foot, so. That's a marshmallow I threw out there. Alligators eat marshmallows because they taste better than the Cub Scouts. No, alligators eat marshmallows because they're big and white and they float. And when we throw people overboard, we throw people wearing the most white or the whitest legs. Now, but they look like big marshmallows.
He's curious. О, страшно.
Let me get over here where I can play with the alligator by the gate thing.
Сейчас его будут кормить.
Y'all know what to do about fall overboard, right?
Close the gate, drive away.
The first thing you do is get a picture.
Вас, держи его.
You know, nobody's not going to believe you. You got to get a picture. Easy. 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 Right leg.
Oh.
Easy. 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 Open up. Open up.
А он не боится.
Wait, we tell our good tour guys from the bad about how many fingers they have left. Easy. 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 Eat now, one now. Raise leg.
We'd have to sacrifice that.
You said bring them on board?
No.
You know those guys have selective hearing.
They only speak French.
They only understand French, the alligator. Easy. Open up. The alligator's natural fear of the humans. They actually hear that marshmallow hit the water, then he turns to look for it.
Конфетки тоже любят. Богдан, он тоже любит конфеты. She likes candy too.
Look,
there's another one moving on. Where?
Это было же маршмеллоу, да? А что ему давали? Маршмеллоу. А? О, смотри, второе.
There's another one.
And they hear him hit the water. Throw somebody over, we want to do a lot of splashing and screaming, but alligators can find them. Don't just float out there, you know. And they're off.
Oh.
A race. You gonna fight over it?
You see?
Встретились.
See that white on his tail like it? Light bulb. Bigger alligator.
This is big one.
Oh, he's
Big.
You know what alligators fight over the most? Human email. Doesn't change in any species. So you want to bring them on
Или
board?
хлеб.
No, he's bigger.
Что давай? Все
So
хотим.
as you see, it's not if we see alligators, it's going to be how many and just where at.
Пока-пока, да, крокодил? Покажи ему.
And then we have to we start throwing people overboard. Especially the ones wearing white. Yes. Like are in the front. You can swim, right? If you don't know how to swim, you need to learn. We'll teach you how to swim. You'd be surprised. You might even learn to walk on water. Alligators are territory. I'm going in areas where I've seen them at before. Female alligators got a half-a-mile territory. Males got about a mile. Except for mating season when the males can travel 10 miles. And just in case you do find yourself overboard with an alligator, remember alligators can swim too. They can swim like 10 miles an hour on top of the water. Now if y'all see something I don't see, you let me know. I spend a lot of my time running my head and some of my time trying to keep the boat out of the trees. That's a log.
There's one.
Oh, that is an alligator over there. But there's also one up ahead of us. They're just all over out here. Basically, they all look like logs, but if the log doesn't move, it's a log. Normally, if a log's floating, even if it's rocking, it stays the same height. Alligators will move a little bit different. They use their flow bladder and they adjust themselves differently, just like you can't sit still for too long. But they do sometimes just have their head on top of the water, very still. The biggest one I've ever seen on tour is about 13 foot. Now the biggest one I've ever seen was brought in doing the hunt was 16 foot. But we'll never see that one again.
Подожди, дай.
Pretty animal hunt, ain't it?
Побольше.
not a name, a man. EC, French. You can't get alligators to understand a little French. EC. EC. Don't be hissing at me. 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. Crush bones like toothpicks. You see?
Oh, so it's like marshmallow. He likes candy. He likes candy too. Богдан, да? Он любит конфеты тоже, как и ты.
They don't come to boat, they're not hungry. Nancy. Nancy.
Крокодил не ест котец.
Не ест, ест, посмотри. Как я.
You don't look so mean with a marshmallow on your head, does he? Oh, you lost it.
Еще нам котика пьет.
You see?
Oh, this is a little one.
Oh, here's another one.
You see? You see? Look at my hand, not my legs. My legs. You see?
You can tell how old the alligator
О,
is.
это как у тебя, мама.
Not really.
Oh, really?
They teeth? Alligator gets very lucky teeth. If they lose a tooth, they push your tooth up in 24 hours.
Что он любит вас?
If they live to be 100 years old, they can make 1,000 teeth in a lifetime. Oh, you got two of them over here too?
What's the
Не
longevity
хочешь
of
вашего крокодила
alligator?
посмотреть, Вов?
100 years.
Что? Вашего крокодила хочешь посмотреть? Вот он плавает.
I know, it's so hard to find alligators out here today. You shove your finger in and feel for the male sex organ. I don't know if you ever watched Most Dirty Job. There's an episode you go into the alligator farms and they sex the alligator. So I'm going to tell you, every alligator out here is a male. And I'm sure I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. You be the first to prove me wrong. Go ahead. 4 out of 5 litters are female, so I know I'm wrong. But somebody prove me wrong. Please. I've only had one person ever bitten by a little alligator, and this woman deserved it. She was slapping a little alligator on the end of his snout, trying to get him to open it. After about 5 or 6 stabs, she got what she wanted. So be careful what you wish for. It might come true. Okay, you ready? One hand under the tail, and forward in the body. As long as he's balanced, he's not going to wiggle. You drop him overboard, you're going to get him. The worst he's ever done to anybody is drop a little Gatorade. Gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah. Right. Look at the camera.
Река Миссисипи. Тут какой-то парк. Набережная. Богдан нашел микроскоп. Я не помню, как это называется. Как он называется? Аквариум for the America Conservation Project Clouding. Вовочка, ты хочешь со ступенек спуститься? А? Давай я тебе помогу, если хочешь.
Там люди.
Я пойду посижу, а вы приходите. Богдан, не бросай Вову, понял? Угу.
My son. I can tell you how long he is, but I can't tell you how old he is. Probably about a 6.5 foot, so. That's a marshmallow I threw out there. Alligators eat marshmallow because they taste better than the Cub Scouts. No, alligators eat marshmallow because they're big and white and they float. And when we throw people overboard, we throw people wearing the most white or the whitest legs. That's what they look like, big marshmallows. Let me get over here so I can play with the alligator by the gate, babe.
Sure.
Y'all know what to do about fall overboard, right?
Close the gate and drive away.
First thing you do is get a picture. You know, nobody's not going to believe you, so you got to get a picture. Easy. 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 Right leg.
Oh my God.
Easy. 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 Open up. Open up. Wait until our good tour guys from the bad how many fingers they have left. Easy. Easy. Easy.
Thank you.
He's eating that one there. Right leg.
I would we'd have to sacrifice somebody.
You said bring them on board?
No.
You know those guys have selective hearing.
They only speak French.
They only understand French, the alligator. Easy. Open up. The alligator's natural. See that white on his tail light? That's a bite mark from a bigger alligator. You know what alligators fight over the most? Human female. Doesn't change in any species. Did you want to bring them on board? So as you see, it's not if we see alligators, it's going to be how many and just where at. And if we have to, we start throwing people overboard. Especially the ones wearing white. You see? You see? Don't be hissing at me. 2,000 pounds of pressure for a square inch. Because balls like toothpicks. You see?
Do you tell alligator is hungry or not?
Yeah. They come to the boat, they're hungry.
Get that handy.
They don't come to the boat, they're not hungry. You see? Ain't she?
Почему крокодил не ест котец?
You don't look so mean when I'm watching that one. Oh, you lost.
Not good for you. That's sugar. Don't eat it.
You see?
Fat and lazy.
Oh, this is the little one.
Ain't she?
Вот, смотри,
You
мелкий.
see? You see? Look at my hand, not my leg. My leg. You see?
The baby. Baby.
You can tell how old the alligator is from.
Not really.
Not really.
See teeth? Alligators get very lucky teeth. If they lose a tooth, they push it usually above the 24 hours. If they live to be 100 years old, they can get 1,000 teeth in a lifetime. Oh, you got two of them over here too?
Hey.
What's the longevity of the alligator?
100 years. I know, it's so hard to find alligators out here today. The rings in a bone, like they count the rings in a tree. Each ring is 1 year. Now a lot of people ask me, how do you tell if they're boys or girls? Well, their sex organs are protective pouches. You can't just roll them over. You gotta shove your finger in and feel for the male sex organ. I don't know if you ever watched those Dirtiest Jobs. There's an episode, they go into the alligator farm and they sex the alligator. So I'm gonna tell you, every alligator out here is a male. And I'm sure I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. Yeah. Right, he controls temperature.